Pack Leaders is here with friends are protecting family, protecting pack. I want to give you guys like a quick overview of the user settings file and maybe some key parameters that you can probably change as you're starting out so that you can kind of control the risk, and then to where you're comfortable, and then as you see the results and scale it back up, and then you see that it's not working, you might want to scale it back down, and that's kind of the simplest thing that I could probably show you. And on other videos I'll show you more and more. Okay, and before I go on, originally I had created as a set and forget where you just click one button and then it worked. But as over time, as we created more features, sometimes the good ideas turn out to be bad ideas, and sometimes I broke it and then I have to go back and fix it. That way, I created more options so that our community can turn it off if it's not working properly, or maybe it just wasn't a good idea. They can control that. So that's why it's grown to so many features. But right now we kind of just put into a file and we can tuck it away. We don't have to look at it if we don't need it, kind of thing. All right, so this is the user setting files. As you can see, overall, we initially started as user settings files, and then as the list grew, it kind of got hard to find where things are at. So then I started to separate out certain things, but then this was done later, and then I didn't want to move these things because it could have broke some stuff, and your variable was being used somewhere else that might need it. So I just left it where it was. So that's the reason why you can kind of see it's like all over the place. And then over time, as we built more, then we kind of just added more things and just kind of grouped it a little better so that we can see. And so where they need to be, it's important that they are right below that tag, otherwise it won't read it. And you kind of need to make sure that these parameters are there. Now there are some that aren't probably printed because we're not using it, and maybe it's just there's no parameter. So if it's blank, you usually won't save it. So that's why we kind of have these dummy variables, even though we're not using it. It still save it for later, so that if we want to use it, we know these exact. It's case sensitive. We need to make sure that it is exactly the way it's supposed to be, because that's what it's looking for. It won't get confused with other variables and whatnot. So then we have entry. We have quick capture profit. We can adjust. These are trend auto adjust settings, dollar cost average settings. These are all kind of there, and this is our indicator, our price motion, some parameters that you might need to change it the way we want it to go. Exit indicators, auto adjust, and breakouts. Apex. So these are all like what if we can measure the breakout? What if you can measure the triangles that it's forming? And then if we see a breakout forming within an hour, we can do something like don't trade or enter or override something. We have also VWAP that we thought it was a good idea, but we just haven't been able to use it, or hasn't really applied to the bot yet. We tried it a few times, but it just didn't work out. And then this is to cut off if your wallet reaches a certain ROI. To say, hey, we're good for the day. We reached our goal. Let's stop trading, so that we don't overtrade and eventually have one trade that takes us all out and takes away all of our gains for the day, when we could have just stopped trading and enjoy the profits. All right, so that's basically what I have for now. But if you're new, this is your first time seeing this. The thing that you might want to adjust is this. We used to have a max of 30% is what we would use. But I'm kind of starting to think maybe scaling that back down to 10%. If we have a setting that's proven to work confidently and consistently, I might, share that in our private group. You might be able to see that it's up to 30%. But if you want to kind of just, you're kind of iffy, you still want to test in the waters, you're not comfortable yet, you could lower this to 1%. Make sure you save it and then restart the bot. Now, as far as like saving stuff, you might want to make sure you shut down the price motion and the main bot. I've kind of noticed that sometimes I'll save it and then I think I saved it, but then somehow maybe the price motion did something and it shouldn't have, but maybe that's what I'm noticing. So just make sure if you just shut everything down, save it, it might just, if you kind of notice that I thought I saved it but I didn't, that might be the reason. You might want to shut on all the bots, save it, then spin up the price motion and then the main bot. Okay, but most of the time I think it should be pretty good to just shut down the main bot, save it, do your changes, save it, and then kick off the main bot, and then it should be fine. Okay, maybe there's a glitch somewhere, I don't know, but I know I didn't put any saving features in the price motion, so it's just me, maybe I was tired late night, who knows, kind of thing. So that's mainly it as far as being a new bot trader or coming on board here and being familiar with this. This is probably the key parameter I'll have you change. Now, if you want to change any, let's say you want to trade XRP, then you might want to do these two-part XRP search for that BTC USD, and then change that to XRP. Make sure you shut down your bot, save it, and then launch the bot back up. Now, if you mess up on like, and it's also consistent, you can't go ETH like this. It has to be all caps. Okay, make sure it's all caps. That's another big thing. And then you could adjust it accordingly. Now, you could run the same settings for different coins. It's just not proven. And you might have to make some tweaks along with it. So this is where you kind of ask the community, hey, is there someone that has ETH or XRP settings already that we've kind of adjusted and tuned a little bit to the coin? And someone might have it, say, hey, it's working out for me. Here you go. There's the settings. And we can share that with you. Okay. Now, our private group is for annual members, or if you came in through our special welcoming offer through TradeBot Secrets, then you'll be able to get access to that community. I might be able to provide a separate thing if you want to get access to the group through Patreon. Otherwise, you know, you kind of one setting behind from everyone, from the annual members and the special welcoming offers. The special welcoming members who came in through the welcoming offer kind of thing. Okay, it took me up on this on the deal. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the site.